Hello and welcome. This is Kevin, also known as AWOL, and that doesn't look right. Um, let's just start the video. Hello, it's me again, the actual real me again. And yeah, we are making the bracelet from photo number 11. And um, again, if you didn't see the pattern making one, this was something that Minute Craft had sent over to me and suggested that I try to see if I could figure out how it works. And I did. I actually figured this out. It's a little bit complicated. It took a little minute for me to get my brain to wrap around where I was leaving the spots and whatnot. But it didn't take a terrible amount of time to do it. It was, what do we have here for time wise? 16 minutes, 17 minutes. Um, so I think for like a 12 string bracelet, I think this kind of went well, no, maybe a little bit faster than normal, right? Because normally because this is the regular sped up speed that we use here. And I think those other videos are typically closer to 20 minutes. So this might have actually been just a little bit faster. Um, but yeah, there are some changes that I made to the overall pattern to kind of make it my own. And I definitely think that was a smart idea. Um, so first off being having the whole top part be a solid. I think that totally makes a lot of sense. And I see now why they went with the other way that they did it, right? So they made their loop and then they broke it into the two diamonds that came into it. By doing that, they avoided the whole problem of how to get the start to go, right? So this gives you an alternative if you're interested in the pattern. This is an interesting way to get it going and avoid that problem and make it awesome. Um, Normally with patterns, I get into a routine and I follow it really well. And for some reason, I really had a hard time with this in general. Like some of it kind of goes like you would imagine. Um, but when it came to the part of like making the diamond, the darker diamond with the hole in the center of it, um, there were some times I would remember to just like make come around the corner and tie the other knot. And other times I just didn't. Like I just kind of came out and whatever. And it kind of shows how unaccustomed to this style of knotting that I really am. See right there, I could have taken that brown and gone over the lighter color. It's a reddish brown. I could have got this knot right here. I could have done that beforehand. And for some reason, I just keep missing that one. And I noticed that periodically throughout it, like, oh, I could make this faster, just do it while I still have it in hand. Um, and then forget it the next time around. So that's a kind of a common thing. Um, so yeah, you end up with like these two little spaces where the light goes to the light is like this. It's like a teeny little bracelet, and then this diamond here is what brings it all back together. So the little openings in it are really, really small. And then the other openings obviously are inside of the darker diamond. So again, this is one of those patterns where if, as long as you have two good contrasting colors, it's going to look pretty amazing. I went to the airplane trolley to have a look and, um, I still have some packets, like they come in these plastic wrap packets that came from my supplier, and I just picked up one and I saw these two colors and I'm like, oh yeah, that's going to be it. Like I didn't even like give it a second thought. I didn't go digging around to see if I could find it. Nope, that was going to be it. And yeah, I'm really pleased with it. You know, it's not bad. So when it comes to the knots, whenever possible, I if it was like color on the color, I just went straight with it. I did not do a zigzag whenever that was potentially a thing. Um, right, like the this light one coming across, right? It just goes straight out. It turns out though, because it goes straight out, and then the way this thing kind of bounces around, it comes back in and it doesn't trade with that other string. So there is one light strand that does not get used nearly as much as everything else. That said, everything else got used really super evenly, and yeah, I had no trouble with actually making this. This actually went really, really super well. So, just a heads up, the one string will end up being a whole lot longer, and it doesn't hurt anything. It's fine. At some point in here, see, I could have tied that knot. See, I did it again. I was going to say, at some point in here, I think I start to become a little bit more self conscious about that, not doing the coming around the corner and doing the knot because it's available. Because it's not natural, right? Normally, you have to wait for the knot in the middle to do the thing. And since that's not happening, that's why we get to kind of skip ahead. And just years and years of conditioning here has just made it so that doesn't work for me. So yeah. Um, Hang on, still drinking coffee over here. What else can I tell you? Oh, so we altered the middle, which that turned out really cool. I really honestly, like I said in the pattern making thing, that I thought that by altering the middle, it would be so insignificant that it would hardly be noticeable. And yet, as I look at the bracelet now, it totally stands out. It's the only time that the light color makes a little diamond. And it's really, really cute. And it does have the darker thing in the middle. I looking at it now, I really honestly maybe I could have left that as an opening like all the other ones were. And that would have been pretty neat. It also makes me think that I could have peppered that light colored one throughout the rest of the bracelet, put it here and there, just as, a little something different. So there is a possibility I will come back and try this pattern over again because now that I've done it, I do see there is this really cool possibility of making it just a little bit more intense. So I'm not sure like how frequently I would drop that in there. Um, but yeah, I think that could be really kind of cool as well. So yeah, these kind of things. Seriously, making stuff should inspire you to make more stuff. It's that simple. Like if you have a pattern and you're liking it, um, see what else you can do to it. See what else comes from it, you know. That's what I do, and it seems to work for me. I end up being entertained and keep making more and more stuff because I'm excited to do it. You know, that's another one of those things that helps keeps me going forward with my art. So hopefully, hopefully that like sparks a little, inspiration in you guys and you get excited and you go try some new stuff. So yeah, this is coming into the center now, isn't it? Yeah, because that was the little diamond thing. So yeah. It also kind of surprised me how quickly I got to the center. Um, because there's like only four of the dark diamonds that down the middle, and then you have the light diamond that I'm about to make here. and then it's 4 diamonds down the middle to the other side. So that kind of blew my mind, to be honest. Like that just it just felt um like everything was happening really, really quick. What else can I tell you about this? Um, oh, while I was making it, I realized this would make a good bag. If you wanted to do even just like the smaller 96 string bag, or say go big with it. Well, the problem with if you go too big, I'm not sure how easy it would be to sneak in and add strings when they get too short. So maybe the 96 string bags, like the small ones that I do, um, because all the little dust and lint and stuff that gets down in a bag would let itself out, because it's got all the little holes, right? I don't know. I could definitely see, if you double, triple, if you imagine what the pattern does, if you keep adding on to it, um, I think there's a possibility this could be a really, really cool little bag. So if you need help figuring out how to double it and how to make this bigger, and maybe you want to change up, like have a little bit more solid at the top, or whatever it is, if you need help with that, let me know. um that's the kind of stuff that gets me going, and I'll just make a pattern and it'll be another video, right? So like, I just let me know if that's a thing that you guys want to have. Yeah, I'm always looking at like a pattern to see, like, do I want to go try a large version of it? And not all patterns necessarily seem really cool to do big. Like if you just take a regular zigzag where it goes 5, 3, 5, right? Not really going to make a bag. Um, when you double it, you end up with an arrowhead. That's, when I people, the whole thing with the whole arrowhead thing, like for the longest time, it's like it's just a zigzag. It's just a different aspect of the zigzag, right? Now, once you have an arrowhead, now let's say that's kind of cool for a bag. That starts to become a thing. Um, but not everything works out. Not everything is ideal for doing it. I mean, I guess I did do a zigzag bag once. I did the purple change bag, the with the zipper on it. That was essentially a cylinder with a zigzag. Um, it's cool just because it's really different. That's what makes it, and it's a change purse. Like that's what's cool about it. It's got a practicality side to it, um, but not necessarily like not as cool as what this would be. This would be definitely cool. I'm even imagining the possibility that you could have it with more than just 2 colors. It would take me a little bit of time to work out the pattern, but I'm imagining that you could get the colors to kind of move across, like around the bag, like, create rainbows and or something with it. That is a distinct possibility. So I just realized, like, look, we've already gotten 2 diamonds past the halfway point, so we are moving along quickly here. So before I forget, let me thank my Patreon supporters who make these videos possible. I couldn't do it without you guys. Thank you so much. Um, yeah, you guys really, you keep me motivated. You keep me doing this. And I mean, it's something I love, but it's nice to know that there are people out there who really want to see the content be made. So thank you guys very, very much. So yeah, what else can I tell you? Oh, let me know what you thought about that funny intro. I was just playing around with my phone and I was kind of cracking myself up. I was trying to make thumbnails for the video, and I was like, "Oh wait, this thing can record." Like, so I don't know. It was just one of those funny spur of the moment things. So yeah, I had fun. Hopefully you guys found it funny because I sure did. Yeah, I got confused here. So like I kind of stopped for a second. Like I thought that was the end of it. And then I counted again and like looked at the pattern and like, oh, wait, no, one more. So yeah, there was, uh, there was a little pause there where I honestly thought that this was all finished. You can see here, see, I went all the way down and back, like towards the end. I'm like, okay, I got this, you know, found a way to make it just a little bit faster, it's just a thing I do. You don't have to try to always make it as efficient as possible. It's like a game I play with myself where I try to see if I can improve. That's it. It's not mandatory. It's whatever. It saves a little bit of time, which is nice. Especially if you're going to try to make a couple bracelets in a day, saving a little bit of time here and there totally works out. Okay, so that's little dark diamond is done. Then the lights come across, and then one more little diamond, and then the big reveal. So thank you again for hanging out this long, guys. Really appreciate it. Helps out the channel a whole bunch. And here it comes. So exciting. The big, the big reveal. All right, guys. Thanks for watching, and as always, don't get your strings in a bunch.